All right. So this session is being recorded today, and I'm going to go over how to use the Safe Streets for Broward Safety Dashboard application. So first off, the way that you get to our website is you go to Safe Streets, the number 4, Broward.org. And once the home page loads, you can go to the tab at the top that says Safety Dashboard. Once the Safety Dashboard loads, there is a disclaimer that pops up on the screen. This tells you a little bit of how to view the dashboard itself, as well as the different features and how to use it, where the data comes from, some of the common terms that are used throughout the dashboard, as well as the legal disclaimer at the bottom. You can click close here at the bottom right. When the dashboard, when the disclaimer or the splash screen is closed, you'll see the dashboard. It's centered around a map in the middle. It's also centered around various data that's either displayed as um, boxes or charts on the right side. So first off, the information at the top. There is 5 different categories. There are the total killed and serious injury crashes information. There is, and that number here at the top, it's split into the different roadway users as well, such as bicycle, pedestrian, motorcycle, and motor vehicle uh, KSI crashes. Now, underneath that top row are the fatal and serious injuries that occurred based upon the killed and serious injury crashes. So, for instance, the total KSI crashes, there were 4,832 on Broward streets between 2018 and 2022. However, there was more than 4,832 fatalities and serious injuries combined, because there could be multiple people that suffer these severe outcomes in each of the crashes. On the bottom, you will see similar types of information displayed. These are 9 different contributing factors that we have split out. So in the first box, you have aggressive driving, KSI crashes, and the tab here takes you to the speeding related KSI crashes. Next to it, you have the alcohol and drug related. And you have the hit and run crashes, the distracted driving, red light running crashes. And on the bottom right, the aging driver involved KSI crashes, as well as the teenage driver involved KSI crashes. Now, on the right side of the map, there are 2 sets of charts displayed. At the top, you have by time frame. So you have uh, the different severity of crashes by year, by month, as well as by time of day versus day of week. And on the bottom, you have other types of pertinent information. So you have the crashes by crash type, and you have the posted speed versus number of lanes um, charts and information. Now on the map itself in the middle, when you scroll in, you will see that there are various icons that are displayed on the individual crashes map. You have the motor vehicle, pedestrian, motorcycle, and bicycle kill and serious injury crashes. And as you zoom in, you will see that other types of crashes will populate the screen. And those are shown by the light blue slash dark blue circles that you see in the back. And those are the non-killed and serious injury crashes that get displayed as you zoom in. There are multiple features on this map that could be useful. One of them is all the charts and maps on this page. When you scroll to the top right, have this 4 arrow expansion icon. So if you click on that, you can expand the map or any of those charts on the right side or the top to a more full screen view. You can also collapse it. Now on here itself, you will see that the legend on the left side changes depending upon how much you zoom in and out. When you're zoomed out, it's only the killed and serious injury crashes, and then as you zoom in and those blue dots appear, your non-KSI crashes legend appears. On the top right-hand side of the map, you have a more tools icon, and there's three different options that come down. And the first one is your legend, which is the same information here. The second one is your different layers. Underneath the layers, you can turn on the high injury network. So the high injury network will be displayed. You'll see it by some of these red lines on the map. You can also turn it on and off. You can turn on the high risk network, which is displayed as an orange line. And you see as I'm clicking on these layers that the legend populates on the left side. You can turn on the demographics layer. And that information is showing on the left. And the Broward County municipal boundaries layer, which is shown here on the screen by the different colors. So you can turn all those all off. Then on the top left, or I'll go over the tool on the top left. Now, so you have two different options here, tools that you can use. You can use a rectangle or a lasso tool. Rectangle, it allows you to select crashes within a certain area. And what this safety dashboard will do, it will unhighlight all the other crashes, and all this information displayed on the screen will update to this data as you see here. It does take a little while to update sometimes. You can clear that selection, and then you can use the lasso tool, which allows you to do the same thing, but you don't have to use a rectangular shape, and it'll do the same thing. It'll unhighlight all the other crashes, and all the other information displayed through all the charts will also update. Okay, so yeah, uh, on the map itself, there are other tabs. There's a heat map tab. So on the heat map, you can also zoom in, and it'll update based upon the different filters that you use on the left. And I'll show you that in a little bit. You can also go to the about if you want to see some of the information that was displayed on the splash screen. This is where you can find that information once again. Now, all the filters on the left. This map is completely customizable for what data and information you want shown, or for the different crashes you want displayed. As shown here, this is for data from 2018 to 2022. We will be updating this dashboard on a yearly basis as more information for crashes becomes verified. Generally, we will be updating the crash data near the end of each of the years for the prior year. Okay, so some of the options on the filters that are automatically applied when you open up the screen, it's first one, it's all no limited access crashes will be shown. So any crashes along the Sawgrass Expressway, I-75, 595, as well as Turnpike and I-95 will not be displayed automatically. And you can turn those on if you would like by clicking on these options. You can do all crashes if you just want to see those limited access crashes. And all parking lot and private road crashes will not be displayed automatically. You could turn those on as well if you would like. Now, all this information will update based upon your filter shown, um, as well as what's shown on the screen and what's shown on the heat map. So for example, if we wanted to pick a city here, such as City of Davie, it'll only show you crashes in the City of Davie once it loads, and all the other information will begin to populate as needed on the screen. So you'll see that all the information at the top and bottom has updated. as well as all the charts on the right side. If you scroll in, the same thing will happen. You will see the the non-KSI crash displayed as well. You'll also see the heat map also updates. So now you'll only see the crashes within city of Davie or the town of Davie. You will not see the crashes elsewhere. And this application is completely customizable for what you would like to see, as I spoke about. Turn on and off many different layers on the left. Last but not least, if you would want to see what each of these crashes are or what's on some of that information, you can click on any of these crashes, and you can see some of the pertinent information regarding those specific types of crashes. You can do the same thing for the killed and serious injury crashes. If you were to click on the icon, sometimes you have multiple crashes right on top of each other, just because that's where they occurred and were coded. You can also click on the bottom here and click next, and you'll see it goes from 102 to 202, so you can see the other information. And like I said, you can see the same thing happens when you click on a killed in serious injury crash. The same information is displayed. So with that, that concludes my demonstration. And if you need any additional assistance, feel free to contact us at ss4a@browardmpo.org. Thank you.